because of weather. Over the weekend, we all got half points in one of the races. And so these guys are really racing hard now for the points. Titus Sherlock doing a good job of holding up the rest of the field. Hodgson right in the thick of it with that orange and grey car in, what, 5th place at the moment? And we'll watch for the likes of Lewis Hodgson and Patrick Woods-Toft. Now, this is an important race for the Canadian Patrick Woods-Toft because he's 5th at the moment, but he led the championship going into the weekend, and he's lost a lot of points in terms of the others.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the last 2 races, they were it was a little back and forth. So I mean, we still have a couple more race weekends, so I think there's hope.
How are the conditions out there? I mean, obviously now it's dry, but of course when a lot of rain comes down, does it change how the track is?
Yeah, right. So yeah, when it rains, so they have this sealer on the top of the track that they put just for Mid-Ohio. So when it really gets wet, there's no grip out there. It's like driving on ice with rock hard tires.
Yeah, that's a big problem. That's not recommended.
Oh, wow.
He's done a bit of grass tracking. In fact, 2 cars went off, but luckily they kept it in a straight line, and that's the key when you make a mistake like that at turn 1, is just don't get too sideways, because once the car gets the momentum going sideways in one way or the other, then suddenly you're in a real mess. But he kept his foot in, and that's the way to keep it straight, and that's what he's done.
Frankie Mossman just took Costello.
That's a nice move by Frankie Mossman. He hasn't shown this weekend yet, and that's the first time we've really seen him do anything spectacular, and that's nicely done. Hodgson looking for a way past as well. So plenty of action. Lewis Hodgson, Frankie Mossman, all on the move. 27 is our championship leader, Patrick Woods-Toft, and this is not going to go down as a big weekend for him because he's losing places by the minute. Titus Sherlock still at the front, though. Now, Augusto Soto Sharipa got a great result in the second race, and he's trying to do the same again. He's second at the moment, and he's hounding on Sherlock at the moment as we speak.
See Michael Costello, he's struggling a little bit, falling a little further back from Mossman.
Let's take a look at some action from just a moment ago. A 3rd place overtake. Here we go. While we were looking in the background.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, look at that.
Good thing that he saved it. That's tough.
But here is the overtake.
Right. That's another.
Frankie Mossman doing a good job there. So well done to him. Now, let's see. Hodgson still pushing on.
I'm surprised Jesse Lacey is further back than he usually is.
Yeah, he hasn't had again. Somebody else going wide. It's the 16 this time, and just going up in a grass tracking, but gets back on. Talking of Jesse Lacey.
Right.
Yeah, he hasn't had the spectacular weekend we've seen him at other races, has he?
Oh, no, yeah. He was at the top 2 all throughout Road America.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just not his weekend, but there's lots to do in this race, so.
It's weird. Do you find it for yourself? There's just certain tracks that that suit you perfectly in your racing style, and others you just can't get your head around.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So, Mid-Ohio, it's a pretty decent track for me, I would say. But my 2 favorites are still VIR and Road America. So.
2 big, fast circuits. I can see why you enjoy those. Yeah. Well, Alex Berg also has some work to do, down in 8th position, the Canadian at the moment. Woods-Toft, the other Canadian, fighting for the championship in 6th now. Hodgson up to 5th. Costello drops to 4th. Mossman up to 3rd now, but some great battles here all through the field.
Berg trying to squeeze himself in there.
Yeah, just about. Well, Sherlock's not out of the woods yet.
Sherlock got some pressure now.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, and we've been talking about the psychology of drivers over the weekend. That 24 after a win in race 2, he's going to be going, well, why can't I do it again? I did it last time.
Right.
But actually, to be fair, Titus had a great race too last time out, so he's going to be brimming with confidence. Long way to go, though, yet. Do you put the race in sections in your mind when you're racing? In other words, okay, I've got to get through the first 5 laps and then I'll kind of rethink where I am?
Right, yeah. So, I mean, part of my strategy, too, for tracks like this, when it gets really hot, there's high tire drag. I try to, distance myself towards the beginning of the race, not follow too close, so I don't eat my tires in the first better part of the race. So, and then you just have to kind of play it smart. I think when you eat your tires away, you just have nothing left towards the end of the race. So, but when there is a good passing opportunity, of course, you're going to take it.
high above from the drone, you start to see how the field spreads out, and it's a really good illustration of how much work you need to do when you're in, let's say, 6th place to see the distance from above, just how far it is to catch up. And that's why you often wonder when a guy comes through, or why commentators get excited when a guy goes from 10th to up to 2nd, let's say, because when you see it from above, you see the distance physically.
Right.
It's not like they're not trying, the guys in front of him.
Yeah.
Up towards the keyhole again. Hodgson now in 4th place. Sherlock, Soto, Sharipa.
Oh. A little peek from Osman.
Yeah, he had a peek there. He's got good drive here. This is a good position to be in, exiting the keyhole for maybe a move at 4.
Right. There's a lot of dirty air, though, for Mossman, so maybe he wants to consider making the move as soon as possible.
Yep, good point. Good, clean and tight race here then. The top 3, you can throw a blanket over them at the moment as they dive into 4. Crucial corner here at Mid-Ohio. Jesse Lacey's gone all the way down to 13th position after that off. Onto the grass. Good to see Greenmeyer in the top 15. And Jet Bowling also in his first run here in the championship down in 20th position, but that's a good start to his career in Formula 4. Still a long way to go in this, but the top 3 you can see glued together. And if anything, Hodgson's catching them. Look, in the back there. Big bump. Does that really upset the car coming into the carousel?
It doesn't. I don't think it does, because when you're talking about exiting turn 12.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. I mean, it's full throttle through there, so the car feels fine. As long as you don't lift throttle, it should be clean through there.
Fair enough. Hodgson looks in the mirrors, but he's got a good gap between he and Woods top. There he is. And this crosslink contingent, 7 cars in Formula 4. Pretty big contingent, 12 in all, I think. Pretty impressive.
Well, they have a big team.
Yeah. So Zelenka in 12th position, just ahead of Lacey. Favis in 14th, Greenmeyer 15th. Whoop. And that was a great move. Nicely done, but didn't quite pull it off. Thought he was going to go for it, didn't you?
No, I did. I feel like also when you're about to take a move, I think it's important to commit to the move.
Right.
If you're close enough, because some guys will back out because they won't get shaken up. Really, they'll just be like, okay, no, now he's going for it. So I think that every time you have a pass, you just need to commit to that pass.
This is an intriguing group because we've now got a 4-way battle at the front, which is soon to become 5, because Woods top has just sort of kind of recovered a little bit. He kind of got beaten up a little bit there, the crosslink Kiwi man, as they come across the line again to finish another lap. 20 minutes to go. And Titus Sherlock doing the business at the moment, but he's under massive pressure from Augusto Solo Sharipa.
He's kind of in the position I was last race, keeping 3-4 cars behind me throughout the whole race, and you just have to, you can't make a mistake. But there's a lot of pressure. Oh, okay.
Oh, has he got him? If he keeps his foot in, he should make it stick, and he has. That's
clean.
nicely done, isn't it?
Very clean.
I think they've put some new asphalt down or widened it there on the inside. Quite a few people using that to
I think so too. There's an amazing grip through there.
Is there really?
All on the inside. But I see a lot of F4 drivers, taking the outside line, but I don't know.
Let's have a look at Hodgson making that move, and you tell us what you see.
So, okay, yeah, so he knows that if he gets the inside, he's going to have most of the grip. You see Mossman kind of outside of that patch on the inside, so he's definitely going to have less grip. So, yeah, very clean move.
Well, that's the tactics of motor racing. Use the track and look for extra grip and places where you can take an advantage, and that is just the perfect example. You can see that new surface laid down there, and he used that perfectly. And now he's going in pursuit of the next man up, Frankie Mosman. But Hodgson's on a tear. Look at him go.
Oh, wow, Sherlock is the second now.
Yeah, so we've had a change at the front because Augusto Soto Sharipa has now taken the lead while we were watching that replay.
He looked like he was quicker, though.
Yeah,
throughout the beginning, he was right on his gearbox, just waiting for a smart move.
I talked to Lewis Hodgson after before the second race, excuse me, and he just was really confident that he could go well here. Here he goes again, same move.
Same move. There's so much grip on the inside.
That's smart racing. Because,
smart racing.
I mean, you know, you look ahead to your third race now. I'm sure you're going to be going, hang on a minute,
yeah.
I'm going to be trying that.
Of course, of course.
That's great racing. And Hodgson, though, still under pressure, but he's made another move and up to second place now. Here comes Toff. Woods Toff trying to make the move at 4.
I don't want to jinx anything, but Hodgson is looking good for
a win here. Potentially. Out of 5 they come. Now, let's have a look at that replay of the lead change. And when you see it, Oliver, I'll let you pick it up because we missed it first, but here it is.
Wow, king of the late breakers.
Yeah,
very clean.
Classic mid-Ohio overtake, wasn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
And it's still a lot of grip on the inside. It's even off racing line because you'll show up at the apex and that's where all the grip is. So, stuck his nose in there, didn't let it go.
Excellent stuff. So here they come through the carousel again, and it is from above. You see just what kind of a corner it is. It looks tighter actually from low down, but there is room to get good grip and get good exit out of the last corner. Still a long way to go though in this race, some 17 minutes. That's an eternity in a motor race.
It's how to Sherlock's pace isn't quite there right now because Hodgson is pulling away.
Yeah, you're right. And if anything, Woods Toff looks as though he's eyeing up a move here. Likewise, Mosman's going to go with it.
And I'm pretty sure everyone is on new tires for this race.
Yeah.
Because since they didn't do that, since it rained, the first race.
Of course,
right.
yeah, and lack of qualifying,
right,
yeah.
Right.
So everybody's got a bit more rubber than usual. Good to see that Alex Berg got a second place, his best result so far. Here we go. Is this Woods Toff? Yes, it is.
Clean move. Sherlock needs to pick up the pace now.
But there's nothing wrong with the car, though. He's still on pace, right?
Right.
So who of these drivers do you know and hang out with? Or not hang out with, but just know.
So, yeah, like I said, Alex Berg, Tyke Durst, Everett Stack on my team, and Landon Mitchell on a limb, and that's pretty much it. I haven't really talked to any of the other guys. Most of these guys, except the ones that I said, they're all new.
Yeah, exactly. We've got a very new field this year, and that's exactly what Formula 4 is all about. Get them learned, get them into the operation, learn the racecraft, and move on. That's the whole point.
Right.
What's your next move? Where do you want to be?
I want to like next year. You're talking about?
Yep.
Yeah. So next year, probably most likely we'll do FR again.
Yeah.
I do eventually want to go to Formula 2, but you have to be at the top to do that. So I'm still learning. It's my second racing season ever. So I'm fighting at the top. So just experience mainly.
That's interesting that you say that. I mean, hats off to you to have that ambition, but would you not consider maybe doing international racing at this level, at Formula 3 level first before going to?
Right. No, I definitely do. I want to do Formula 3 more, like I said, experience mainly. I left F4 halfway through the season last year, and this is my first main full season. So, yeah, just trying to get all the experience.
Yeah, that makes sense to go for a second season of it, yeah.
Right. But I'm happy, I mean, it's a good first F4 America season. Like the competitors I'm driving with, they've all go-karted since they were 5, and I picked up F4 last year. So,
and a bold decision to move halfway through the season. What prompted that? Just the thought that you could actually do better.
Right. No, we did a couple days of testing in the F3 car, and oh wow,
what's happened here?
Wow,
the 7
no.
has beached it. Now let's hopefully he can get it going, but it doesn't look as though Wiskinski can get it going. That's because tough. He's kind of got stuck, and here comes the safety car.
Same thing happened to me last year, exact same thing. You're halfway on the gravel, or halfway on the grass, halfway on the track.
Bottom of the car is literally like a seesaw,
isn't it?
You
can't do anything.
So how does this change now? As a racing driver, let's put you in Hodgson's seat for a second. You're in second place, you're in the hunt for the win, but now you've got a chance at a restart. So you're starting to think about that already?
Right, yeah. So, I mean, to be honest, what I would do is wait out the first flying lap, just stay right behind him. He can make a mistake, but it's not very likely since he's running at the top right now. But anything can happen, so I would just, wait it out for a clean pass. Don't take any big chances since you're sitting P2 and, it's a lot of points.
Well, the good news is whatever caution we've got shouldn't take that long, actually. and you'll have gone past, if you were in the car, you'd have gone past the incident and gone, okay, that's going to be a lap or two, right?
Right. Yeah, no, that's... Yeah, they're going to have to take him out like any other car that goes on the grass. But at least he's not too far off the asphalt.
There's the flag position at the halfway point of the back straight between 3 and 4. The double yellow giving us the sign that tells us that we have the safety car on track and we have an incident that we are clearing up. Now everybody, it's not just Hodgson, is going through exactly what you just described, because they've all got their own race, they've all got their own plan, and they all want to get ahead, if not the next guy, but 3 or 4 guys in this next restart, right?
Right, no, 100% agree. It's always nice to be first, I mean, restarting, because, you know, you're going to accelerate way before anyone else is, because, you know, you're leading the field.
Yeah, I always think it's a tricky job as the leader to control the race, to have the pressure of knowing that everybody's gunning for you,
right.
But also having that advantage is your choice when you go.
Mm-hmm.
But you know that, you know, you could be too clever, can't you, sometimes?
Yeah, no, I 100% agree.
Well, while we're under caution, why don't we take a short break from Mid-Ohio? We'll be back with more from the Speed Tour. Oliver Westling and Jonathan Green giving you the commentary after this.
The Trans Am Series presented by Pirelli returns to Road America for the Road America Speed Tour July 7th through the 9th, featuring the Trans Am Series presented by Pirelli, International GT, PSSA, Formula Race Promotions, and Saturday, take part in the Haggerty Cars and Caffeine Car Show with Parade Lab. You do not want to miss the Road America Speed Tour July 7th through the 9th. For tickets and information, simply go to roadamerica.com.
Welcome back to Mid-Ohio. We're still under caution. You've missed nothing, but that's the beautiful view from the drone as the Formula 4 cars of the championship that is Formula 4 America, or the United States Formula 4 Championship, make their way under caution down towards the keyhole. And we've got Oliver Westling, who races in the FR Championship, the next series up here. He did a half a season at F4, so you know the car well. But now racing in FR, and it's good to have you in here in the booth, because you can give us an insight into exactly what the procedure is, because we're about to go racing again.
Right, thank you.
We'll just keep an eye on that Honda Civic to see when the lights come off, and I don't think it'll be long, because the reason we were stopped is Wasinski got caught out and got stuck out on track. In fact, he's got going again, which is good news. He's just passed our commentary position, so they pushed him. And we keep an eye on those safety car lights. They're still flashing. When they turn out, that tells us and the other drivers that we're about to go to green again. And that restart could be oh so important. Also, you're chewing up the minutes here as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's how long is it left of the race? It's about... Yeah, no, it's not very.
Some drivers like to hear from their engineer at this point, some others don't. What about you?
All right, yeah, no, I mean, if you're sitting P1, you want the race to be as short as possible, obviously, but you know, if you're P2, P3, you're like, okay, I need more time.
I need more laps, more time.
Yeah.
Do you like to hear your engineer or not?
I do like to hear my engineer. We've been doing a lot of stuff on track, you know, with the car, with settings and stuff like that. So I do like to hear from him, but at some points, you know, it can be, you know, too much when you're in the middle of, you know, fighting.
There you go. There's an engineer doing exactly what we were talking about. So we're going green at the restart. Can Lewis Hodgson from Australia get the hammer down? Because it's hammer time, folks, as Augusto Soto Sharipa leads them in the 24 red and black car to the start finish. 9 minutes to go in this one. And Patrick Woods-Toth has certainly got the idea that he could make something out of this and maintain his lead in the championship with a good result here. He sits third at the moment in that 27 car, but he's going to try to make a move here. The mighty move has been Hodgson so far. Go ahead.
No, right. No, I was just saying Jesse Lacey went from 13th to 11th now, so maybe he's climbing a little bit.
Yeah, and Alex Berg, the man you're watching there on screen with the pink helmet, is also up to 6th. He's behind Frankie Mosman at the moment, and so he's on the move. But Woods-Toth surely is going to try to make some sort of move now. looks to the outside. There is a way round the outside there, but you've got to keep your foot in, and that's just what he's done. Beautifully done.
Oh, wait.
Or has he?
He's going to
keep it going. Yes, got it now.
Oh, yeah. That's secured.
That's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good racing.
Great racing.
So 2 really distinct moments there. You've got the grip on the keyhole, and then you've got that cambered help from turn 4 on the outside,
right.
if you're bold enough to do it.
Mm-hmm. No, outside has a lot of grip. I think I did a pass like that the first race or the second race, but outside is perfectly great.
Yeah, cool. Well, definitely off to the races. This is a good run so far. A little bit of oversteer there, which is corrected nicely by the 30. Here they come. In fact, that last lap, very good indeed by Augusto. A 129.4, where everybody else was in the 130s. So he's really made hay on that restart, has Augusto Soto Sharipa, because he's pulled away and has a 1.4 second lead. And that's the most we've had, pretty much, between any of the leaders. Here comes the 6 of Mosman. Makes the move on Berg. Nicely done.
It's going to be a great tow coming through here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Berg is going to make the move.
Yeah, Berg should get this back. I mean, that's, you've got to decide where you want to overtake.
Inside.
Here he comes. Got that inside line.
That's his corner.
Yeah, and you may be wondering why he didn't fight any harder than he did, but there are rules to that. You can make a move, you can swerve once, right?
Right, once, and then after that it's to the stewards.
Yeah, basically.
Oh,
Berg pushing on now. He obviously sensed that he got the overtake and has got the head down now, but sliding there, losing a little time as they watch on in the pits.
It's one thing also with the starting with new tires, they'll get much hotter more quickly, so I think that the tires are overheating a little bit now, so it won't really help being in dirty air, but you have to do what you do.
Yeah, absolutely. 17 is Durst, tight Durst. And currently Durst in, 8th position at the moment for Ganella Racing. All with the Honda Civic engine. Big difference between the F4 engine and the turbo. Did you have to take time to get used to using the turbo?
Yeah, I did. I think my first test was at Road America with the turbo, so it was the first good test, with those long straightaways. And the turbo does, kick in hard. There's a lot of torque with that car. So it's a lot of fun, but you have to be very precise when you go to throttle and when you should keep the turbo spooling versus when to, let it go.
Well, International Motorsport were absolutely ecstatic when Soto Sharipa won last time out and dominated, got a podium, and now they're hoping for more as we look at the 08 of Alex Berg, the Canadian. His father, a racing driver in his own right, so he's grown up around racing, and he was very honest actually. His father had a short time in Formula One, just a year or so, but he said, I've kind of, I don't mean to be rude, but I've learned from my father's mistakes in racing, and I thought that was fairly brutal but fairly honest. Buonanno out of the car, as you can see. Whatever the problem is, it's terminal. Jesse Lacey now back into the top 10. Good for him.
Yeah, no, he's quick. But I was also going to say with the turbo, it takes at least 0.2 of a second to get the turbo spooling fully, so yeah, I mean, it's a whole different car.
So Sherlock, who was right at the front end of this race a few laps ago, with work to do now. Hodge has dropped off a little bit, having looked so aggressive earlier on. He's settled down for that 3rd place, and Woodstock pulling away, and the gap between Soto Sharipa and Woodstock now just less than a second, 0.8 to be exact.
Yeah, Jesse Lacey's in 9th now.
Yeah, and just ahead, or just behind, excuse me, Benavides. And there's a real battle here between these 4. It also involves Mossman, Costello 7, Durst, Benavides, Lacey, then Adams 11, Zelenka, Favis in 13th, Martinez 14th, Greenmeyer. One of a couple of girls we've got out there, Ava Dobson making her debut into the championship, and I have to say, shout out to Ava. She's up to 23rd after a really rough start to the weekend, having got stuck in the grass in her first outing, just 15 years of age. So great to see her out there, and likewise Hannah Greenmeyer, the other female, in 15th at the moment. No change at the front. You can see the Woods top is just bit by bit at the perfect time. 3 minutes to go. Surely you've got your money on Woods top?
Yeah, I think so. I just saw the gap, and it was 8/10, and now it's down to 3/10.
Yeah,
so
exactly. But the question is where? Now, the obvious is coming up at 4.
Right. I would say 2.
Yeah?
Yeah, 2. Because he's, if he keeps on the inside, okay, he may have more grip, but you'll have...
What about an outside move? Here.
Yeah, it could stick.
He's done it.
Yeah. You called it.
I called it.
Yeah.
Well, he's been wanting to do that and lining himself up to do that, but that was textbook. Excellent stuff by our championship leader from Canada. Well done to Patrick.
Clean move.
Yeah, lovely. And at just the right time. Yeah. Although he has left himself open to the possibility of an attack back, right?
Right. No. He'll definitely try to get back at him. So yeah, we'll just wait. Turn 2 is going to be a big possibility.
Yeah, there is. And I think we'll see that white flag. Yeah, I see it in the hand of the marshal right now as they come towards the three-dimensional services group.
Like I said, for 2 also, like let's say you're on the inside, you may have more grip throughout the corner, but if you're on the outside, you've got a better run off too. So then you'll get your opportunity in turn 4.
So across the line they come to take the white flag in the final lap here. It's been a really interesting race, this, and now he's got the lead. Woods Toth is really off to the races. Patrick Woods Toth has got, 3-car length already going into the keyhole, and any hopes that Soto Sharipa of getting first place back have kind of gone out the window. But look at this.
Yeah, after turn 4, there's no more possibilities.
Yeah, not really. And Alex Berg doing a good job. He's up to 5th place at the moment.
Yeah, very good race, strong race.
Strong race indeed. Hodson's gonna stay there on the podium if he can, because these guys aren't going to catch them from the position they're in, although they're in their own battle.
Alex not letting it through.
Yeah, he's going to hold on, isn't he? And like you say, after this point, it's kind of game over, isn't it?
If someone spins, that's one thing, but there's no more passing throughout this.
Well, we've seen in Trans Am, there is a place just up the hill coming into 10. Yeah, interesting. But you've got, like, it's just coming up after this. It's a big move.
Right.
Here we go then. The leaders coming out. You can see them yourselves on the right-hand side, the 1st and 2nd. Then this battle for 3rd and 4th. But I don't see any real changes, because at the moment, Patrick Woods Top, the championship leader, is going to extend that lead now. He's had a tough start to the weekend, but he finishes off in style and takes the checkered flag. Patrick Woods Top of Canada wins ahead of Augusto Soto Sharipa. Another podium for him. And Lewis Hodson comes across the line for Australia in 3rd place. Alex Berg, another Canadian, in 4th position. Frankie Mosman will take 5th. Michael Costello, already a winner this weekend, takes 6th. Titus Sherlock, who started right at the sharp end in pole, finishes 7th. Tyke Durst in 8th. Jesse Lacey getting into 9th position, so he's recovered well, as Jesse Lacey, another Australian, and Logan Adams rounding out the top 10. So, good race to finish off their weekend. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from race 3 here of Formula 4. We got off to a good start, and like I said, it was Titus Sherlock in the 31 leading the way from Augusto Soto Sharipa, and some good overtaking, especially by Hodson, coming up on the inside. Way wide, went for 16, and that kind of ruined the race for Jesse Lacey, but he recovered well to 9th. There's that move by Hodson I mentioned. And here is the lead change as Augusto Soto Sharipa on the inside. There was Hodson again, another move, this time on top. That was the moment we went to caution. Then a restart. Everybody close together again, and a lovely overtake around the outside to take the overall lead by Patrick Woods Top, but he never looked back and took victory here in race 3.
Congrats to him.
Yeah, congrats. And just a confirmation of the result then, Patrick Woods Top for Kiwi Motorsports. Crosslink Kiwi Motorsports takes first place. Augusto Soto Sharipa for International Motorsports takes second. Lewis Hodgson for Crosslink Kiwi Motorsports takes third. Alex Berg all the way up to fourth place. Well done. Frankie Mosman for Jay Howard in fifth, and likewise Michael Costello in sixth. Sherlock seventh. Durst eighth. Lacey ninth. Logan Adams rounding out the top 10. My thank you to Oliver Westling. He's going to go and get ready for his race. My thanks to you, sir. He's off to do another race, and their third race will be covered right here on the Speed Tour. Stay with us as we've got some SVRA coverage coming up. But first, we'll take a short break, and I'll be joined once again by Ben Sissel as we take you to the action. Join us after this.
There's a challenging spirit within Honda. It gives us the courage to go faster and the thinking to make it real. Whether it looks like a truck, a sedan, or an SUV, inside is the heart of a race car.